We finally have it. This is not a drill, and this is not another blurry concept render drawn by a fan. We're looking at the real deal. For months, the rumors have been flying around about DJI entering the 360-degree drone market, and honestly, a lot of people were skeptical. But the newly surfaced images of the DJI Avata 360 change everything. They don't just hint at a new drone. They quietly confirm almost every single major theory we had. This is our first genuine, real-world look at how this hybrid machine is built. And let me tell you, the engineering choices here are absolutely fascinating. If you care about FPV, cinematic video, or the future of content creation, you need to see this. Let's start with the immediate first impression. When you look at the frame design, it sets a very specific tone. DJI isn't trying to make a racing drone here. They have gone with a compact, Cine-Whoop-inspired chassis finished in that classic, muted gray we know from the original Avata series. It has fully enclosed propeller ducts, which is a massive clue. This form factor screams safety. It is designed for indoor flight, for flying near people, and for getting those tight, technical shots where you cannot afford a crash. It prioritizes smooth, cinematic movement over raw, aggressive speed. But that is just the surface level. The real magic is in the details that most people miss. There's one specific detail that stands out to me, and it might seem boring at first, but it is actually genius. Look closely at how the propellers are attached. DJI has decided to secure the propellers with screws. They didn't use the quick-release mounts or the push-on mounts that we're used to on consumer drones. Why would they do that? It seems like a hassle, right? Wrong. This is actually a critical engineering decision for a 360 camera drone. When you're shooting 360-degree video, the stitching software has to be perfect. It takes the image from two lenses and merges them. If there is even a microscopic vibration or a tiny change in propeller alignment, it can ruin the footage. It introduces jello, or stitching artifacts that make the video look fake. By locking the props down with screws, DJI is ensuring that the blades are in the exact same fixed, repeatable position every single flight. They are prioritizing long-term image consistency over the convenience of changing a prop in 2 seconds. They want this thing to be a reliable film tool, not just a toy. This philosophy of smoothness continues into the ducts themselves. If you look at the images, the ducts aren't fully sealed tubes. They feature venting along the top edge. This isn't just for looks. This allows heat to escape, and, more importantly, it reduces pressure buildup. It smooths out the airflow inside the shroud. Standard FPV pilots might not notice a little bit of micro-turbulence, but a high-resolution 360 camera sees everything. By smoothing that air, DJI is minimizing vibration before it even happens. When you connect these dots, the vented ducts, the fixed props, the enclosed geometry, it becomes obvious what this drone is for. It is engineered for predictable, repeatable cinematic paths. It is not designed for snappy throttle punches or high-G freestyle maneuvers. This brings us to a huge realization about how FPV fits into the Avata 360's identity. FPV capability is clearly present, but it feels like an optional control method rather than the core reason for the drone's existence. It suggests that DJI is positioning FPV as a tool for framing and navigation. It's about getting the camera in the right spot, not about the adrenaline rush of flying at 100 miles per hour. This aligns perfectly with the controller shown in the leaked images. It looks nearly identical to DJI's recent RC lineup, possibly a refined RC2 style controller. It has a built-in display showing a conventional live camera feed. Notice that it's not showing a weird, warped 360 sphere. It is showing a standard view. This strongly supports the leaks claiming that this drone will feature a true single-lens shooting mode. And that right, there's the most mind-blowing part of this design. The camera system. This is where DJI is leaving the competition in the dust. Most existing 360 drones have 2 lenses locked in place. You have to shoot everything in 360 and then spend hours in post-production reframing the video. It's a pain. The Avata 360 appears to use a rotating camera module. This is huge. It has well, opposing lenses, one facing upward and one downward. But the module can physically rotate approximately 90 degrees. Here is why that matters. When you want to shoot a standard 16:9 video, the module swings forward. One lens becomes your primary camera, just like a Mavic or a Mini. You can switch between immersive 360 capture and conventional video while you are still in the air. This is a mechanical solution that is far more complex than just sticking two lenses on a stick, but it is dramatically more flexible. If implemented well, it solves the biggest frustration with 360 drones. It allows you, the creator, to decide your shooting style in the moment. You aren't locked into a heavy post-production workflow if you just want a quick, nice video clip. While the images don't explicitly show us the software menus or resolution specs, the presence of this rotating mechanism alone suggests DJI is aiming for a new category entirely. They are blending FPV drones, Cine whoops, and 360 cameras into a single, stabilized aerial platform. It's the Swiss Army knife approach, and the supporting details back this up. In one of the images, we can casually see a 3-battery charging hub. This is the kind of accessory that almost always appears in Fly More bundles. This lines up neatly with earlier pricing leaks. It indicates that DJI plans to offer multiple kits from day one. We're likely looking at a base kit, a Fly More combo, and possibly a creator bundle focused on immersive video production. Now let's talk about money. According to leaked regional pricing discussions, the Avata 360 is being positioned surprisingly aggressively in its home market. Even by DJI standards, the price looks competitive. This suggests the company sees this as a volume product. They don't think this is a niche experiment for a few geeks. They want this in everyone's backpack. Even after we account for international price differences and taxes, the projected global pricing places it within reach for serious content creators. Whether you're an FPV pilot looking for a cinematic tool or a 360 enthusiast who wants aerial shots without building a custom rig, this is going to be accessible. When you combine everything we have discussed, the refined frame, the airflow-conscious ducts, the locked propellers, the rotating dual-lens system, and the familiar ecosystem, it becomes impossible to view this as a prototype. This doesn't look like a test unit. All signs point toward a finalized consumer product. It looks like it has already passed the design decision phase and is simply waiting for an official announcement. The Avata 360 feels less like a mystery and more like a carefully engineered response to market demand. People want stabilized, immersive aerial footage. They want cinematic FPV without the crash risk. They want easy 360 workflows. This drone attempts to solve all of that. In my honest opinion, if DJI executes the software and flight tuning as cleanly as this hardware looks, this drone is going to be a massive win. It could quietly redefine how we think about aerial filming in 2026 and beyond. It removes the compromise. You don't have to choose between a 360 camera and a good flying drone anymore. You get both. I'm incredibly hyped to see the official footage from this thing. But what about you? Does the rotating camera sell it for you? Or are you worried about the durability of moving parts? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this deep dive, please subscribe to the channel, share this video with your fellow pilots, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the update when this thing officially launches. Thanks for watching, and fly safe.